If you're watching this, pause for a second and look closely, because the most powerful people in the room are often the quietest, and today's story will prove it. Before we begin, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Kindness Tales, so you never miss a story that restores your faith in humanity. He had been sweeping the same navy blue floors for years. The SEAL gym in Coronado was loud, filled with grunts, rope slamming, steel clanging, and young recruits sweating through their limits. But in the corner, always in the corner, worked an old janitor with silver hair, a slow step, and a kindness so silent it almost blended into the hum of the building. His name was Mr. Hale, just Hale as he liked to say. No one knew much about him except that he came early, left late, and never complained. To the recruits he was invisible. They joked around him, ran past him, even bumped him without apology. It wasn't deliberate. They were young, focused, intense, their minds wrapped around proving themselves. And Hale never reacted. He would simply nod, adjust his grip on the mop, and continue. But one thing always stood out, a faded tattoo peeking from the left side of his neck, barely visible above the collar of his gray uniform. Some recruits whispered about it during breaks. Looks old. Like World War II old, one said. Another laughed. Man, he's probably just trying to look tough. But Commander Ross, a stern yet respected leader, didn't laugh. He had spent 32 years in service, and there wasn't a SEAL insignia, team mark, or covert unit stamp he didn't recognize instantly. And the day he saw Hale push his cart across the gym, bending to pick up a dropped towel, Ross froze. Because that tattoo, it wasn't just old. It was one of the rarest special operations marks in all U.S. naval history, a unit so classified that only 5 members were ever publicly acknowledged. A unit known as Ghost Tide, a SEAL predecessor specialized in deep-sea silent infiltration missions during the Cold War. 3 members were confirmed Kia, 1 died of illness. The 5th vanished from records. Ross's heart kicked. He approached slowly, his boots striking the floor with echoing authority. Recruits stopped mid-rep. It wasn't often the commander walked with such intent. Hale looked up, blinking behind old glasses. "Commander," he said softly, nodding out of habit. "Hale," Ross answered, voice lower than usual. "Your tattoo, where did you get it?" The room shifted. Recruits stared. Hale hesitated, tugging gently at his collar. "Old days," he murmured. "Long gone now." But Ross wasn't letting it go. "That mark belongs to Ghost Tide." Silence dropped like a weight. Every SEAL in the gym had heard stories, whispers, legends, rumors of missions that technically never happened, and suddenly all eyes were on the janitor who never missed a spot while cleaning sweat from the floor. Hale exhaled, a long, tired exhale. Didn't think anyone still remembered. "We remember," Ross said, "and we honor." Hale set the mop aside as if it weighed too much. "Those days, they weren't for glory," he whispered. "We did things that never made headlines. We lost people whose names were never spoken." Ross stepped closer. "You're not just a janitor." Hale shook his head firmly. "I am now. That's all I want to be." But the commander, emotional now, motioned toward the recruits. "They need to know who walks among them." Hale looked around at young faces filled with respect instead of indifference, and something softened in him. He touched the faded tattoo, his voice trembling. "We were trained to be shadows, and shadows don't demand recognition." Ross straightened his posture, then did something that stunned every recruit in the room. He saluted. A full, perfect salute. To the janitor, the man with the mop, the ghost of operations no one would ever fully know. The recruits followed, each standing tall, each raising their hand in silent honor. Hale's eyes watered, not from pride, but from the long-forgotten feeling of being seen. He whispered, "Thank you. But remember this, your worth isn't proven by noise. Sometimes the quietest work saves the most lives." And for the first time in years, Hale smiled. Not as a janitor, but as a man whose legacy had finally stepped out of the shadows. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Kindness Tales for more inspiring true-life stories that remind us the world still has heroes in unexpected places.